Everybody, welcome back to my channel. Hope everybody's having a great day today. Hope everything's going your way today. Today, we're going to be talking about bronzers. Yes. Today, I'm going to be showing you all the bronzers that I own in my collection. Yes. It's all about my bronzer collection today. So, if you want to just hang out with me while I run through all the bronzers I have in my collection, then just keep on watching. Everybody, let's get started. Man. Okay, guys, so yeah. There's absolutely zero time for small talk today, guys, because I'm really excited to get on with this here video. And of course, as you can tell by the intro and thumbnail, I'll be showing you all the bronzers I own in my collection. And while my bronzer collection may not be as large as some, it's most definitely larger than most. So yeah. Without further ado, guys, there's no time for chitter chatter. Let's get into this video. And believe it or not, guys, my collection is not large. Not large at all. All I have is these 2, 3, 4, 5, or 10 bronzers here in this basket. And I believe if I counted correctly, I have an even 30 bronzers here. Yeah. It was much larger before my declutter, but I got rid of the dead weight and the bronzers I knew I wasn't going to use. And the bronzers that were maybe a little bit too old. Yeah, and then that's what I'm left with, just the 30. So, without going in any particular order, guys, we're just about to start. Now, these first couple bronzers I'm about to show you are actually the newest bronzers in my collection. These are actually June purchases, guys. Yes, I know. I decluttered just to buy more, okay? So the first bronzer that I have here is by Too Faced. This one is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Natural Chocolate Cocoa Infused Healthy Glow Bronzer in Caramel Cocoa. Guys, first of all, can we give it up for the packaging? I feel like that's the reason I bought this bronzer, because I clearly didn't need any more. But this is what this bronzer looks like, guys. It is a very nice tone. And I believe this is the deepest one they have in this collection. So, I mean, while this is deeper than they usually run by Too Faced, yeah, guys, they can go deeper. They can definitely go deeper. This channel's PG-13, Lily. This channel's PG-13. But yeah, so I have yet to use it. Now, I did have the other Chocolate Soleil, the Dark Chocolate Soleil bronzer, the one with the brown compact, and I decluttered it, guys. I think I gave it away, and I'm feeling a little bit of regret about that, but I really wasn't using it, guys. So I feel like this was like a comparable replacement for that. Yeah, so I have not used it yet, guys, and there's no need to swatch it. But yeah, this is definitely, it looks like it's going to be a nice shade for me. The second one I got is by Anastasia Beverly Hills. Yeah, it's a throwback. I got the Anastasia. Okay, no, no, don't stop it. We can't do that right now. We going on Do Not Disturb. We got to go on Do Not Disturb. I'm not doing this today, okay? I'm not doing it today. I'm not doing it today. Where's my Do Not Disturb? I'm not doing this today, okay? No, we're not doing that. We're not. Okay. I'm not doing that today. And the second bronzer that I just purchased is a throwback, but I didn't have this shade. It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Powder Bronzer. This one is in the shade Saddle, though. Guys, now, I might as well go ahead while we're touching on the ABH bronzers. I might as well show you the other ABH bronzer that I own. The other one I own is actually in Rich Amber. Now, let me show you the differences. I would say the main difference between the two is this is Saddle. Saddle is very neutral, guys, very neutral. Whereas Rich Amber, it has a little bit of red in it, I want to say. I did have Cappuccino, but that was way too red for me, so I decluttered that. But yeah, so I feel like if I just want to have a very neutral look, more like a contour, I would use Saddle. But if I really want to warm it up and look like I've been getting sun, even though I have not, I would use Rich Amber. So I've got these two. Okay, guys, the next bronzer that I have here is not really a bronzer. It's a powder, but I use it for a bronzer. So, yeah, I've got the Dior Backstage Face and Body Powder, no powder. And I've got mine in the shade 6N Neutral. Now, guys, this is really used as like a face powder for most, but I found that I like the formula for a bronzer. It doesn't take long to apply. You know, it makes it look really smooth, makes your skin look really smooth because, yes, it's a powder. So by this being a powder and somewhat blurring, yes, this gives a nice kiss look to the skin. And guys, I've only used it a couple times, but the couple times I used it, I absolutely loved it. So yeah, I feel like I need to use it a little more. The next two bronzers I'm about to show you are by Charlotte Tilbury. I've got the Charlotte Tilbury Science and Color Beautiful Skin Sun Kissed Glow Bronzer. And I've got the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer. Now, guys, these are both in the shade tan, but I feel like they're not really both the same shade. Let me show you right quick. This one is the Sun Kissed Glow Bronzer. And this one is the Airbrush Bronzer. Now, guys, I'm trying to do it in a way where you won't see a glare. I'm so sorry. That's just how her stuff is made. But if you look, guys, they look a little different. Honestly, they look a little different. And, guys, in person, yeah, this is definitely deeper than this one. Okay? But I feel like it has something to do with the formula because if this is sheared out just right, which I'm still trying to learn how to use this one, because a little goes a long way. You don't need much of this at all, or it will get muddy. Yeah, if you use a little bit of this and shear it out, it can look close to this shade. But I just found that this one is so much easier to work with, guys. So much easier to work with. But the thing about this one is it seems like it's a cream, but it does go well over powder too, guys. But yeah, I've said too many times in my videos, like, yeah, I'm not really a fan of this one. This is a little intimidating for me. But this one I love so much, guys. I love it so much. But yeah, yeah, these are the two. And of course, in both, I'm shade tan for color reference. Yeah. Okay, guys, next bronzer that I have here, I actually got from one of my boxy boxes. This is the Iconic London Ultimate Bronze and Powder. And this one is in the shade Warm Bronze. Now, guys, I don't really keep many boxy makeup items because, guys, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes, guys, yeah, the bronzers, face powders, stuff like that, they're a little underwhelming. They're usually by brands that I would never purchase from. But I'm glad this one ended up making the cut, guys. Now, this one, this gives me a nice, subtle bronze. Like, you can tell there's a bronze there, but this is almost like a no makeup day bronzer, if that makes sense. It's really, it's pretty neutral. If you look at it, guys, it is quite neutral, guys. It's quite neutral. But what I love about it is it's not too gray, not too warm. It's just right. Now, yeah, I've used this a few times, guys. I've even taken this traveling with me. So, yeah, I'm glad I had this in my arsenal, and I'm certain I'll never declutter it. And now the next bronzer that I have here is by Milani, guys. This is the Milani Silky Matte Bronze and Powder in Suntan. Now, guys, one thing I found about this one is, and they don't have a lot of shades. I don't believe they do. But the thing about this one is I was worried because if you look at it, it does not look like it will bronze me up, guys. It looks like it will just wash all the way out. But no, this does give me a nice bronze, but I find that this is more buildable. I have to build this up to get it to, you know, the depth I need to get it to. But yeah, I mean, it's still a nice bronzer. I don't have many drugstores, so I don't really declutter my drugstore bronzers, even if they're not as, you know, overwhelming as I like for them to be. But this is pretty decent. I think it's almost close to the same color as my Iconic London one, if I'm being honest, guys. Let's see right quick. So, this one still is a little warmer, but guys, they are close, okay? They are very close. This just takes less building up than this one, but I would say as far as the shade, they are about the same. And guys, this bronzer, this is kind of affordable. I don't know how much this one is because I got it in a boxy, but last time I checked, Iconic London, they're not an inexpensive brand by any means, but yeah. So yeah, I've got this one. Okay, guys, now we're going to talk about my black on brand bronzers, and I actually have 3 of them. So the first one that I have here is by Colored Rain. I've got the Colored Rain bronzer, and this one is in Caramel Delight. Now, guys, I love this bronzer. I love everything about this bronzer. Guys, now, as you see, this leans really neutral, guys, really neutral. And what you will find is I have a lot of either warm or neutral bronzers in my collection. I don't have that many red base because I feel like sometimes, red does not, it's not very appealing on my skin tone, you know, personally. But yeah, this one is very neutral as well. I absolutely love it. It's got a very smooth formula, guys. It's a very smooth formula. Like, it's super smooth, guys. And as you see, okay, that was just one little swipe. And that right there, that's gonna give me the bronze I need. So yeah, I do love this one. This, honestly, if I ever ran out, which I can't see myself running out of my bronzers like that. If I ever ran out, though, I would definitely repurchase this because the formula is just that good. The next bronzer that I have here is by Mented. It's the Mented bronzer. And this one is in the shade Vacay. Guys, this is another banger. This is another banger, guys. Now, this is one of those that leans just a hair red. I want to say this looks close to the darkest shade in my Juvia's Place bronzer, which of course, you know, I'm going to show you next. But yeah, this leans just a little bit red, guys, but not too red. I mean, it still has a nice bronze component to it. Yes, it still has a nice bronze component to it. But guys, it's just got a hair red in it. Just a hair. This is close to the shade Cappuccino in the ABH bronzer, but yeah, that Cappuccino, it's just a little too red. But I find this has just enough red for me to tolerate and to make me look, you know, that like sunburn look in the summertime, if you will. So yeah, I got this one. And lastly, guys, of course, the Juvia's Place bronze bronzer. Okay. And mine is in the shade 10. I don't know why I'm looking because I already know I use 10. Guys, I mean, I featured this. I have featured this bronzer so many times on my channel. It is ridiculous. Guys, this bronzer is the bomb. If you have not tried a Juvia's Place bronzer yet, what are you waiting on? Guys, this bronzer is really nice, like really nice. I usually use I usually use both though. Like I'll just swirl my brush or my fair brush into both and apply it. I find it gives a nice bronze. On days when I want to look really sculpted, I would just use the darker shade. And then on days when I want to have like a light makeup day, I would use just the top shade here. But guys, yes. And of course, everything, all the ones that I've shown you, they come with a mirror except for, of course, the Milani one, because you saw that it's plastic. But yeah, I got this one and I love it. Okay, guys, the next couple bronzers I'm going to show you are from Physicians Formula. I've got the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and I have 2 shades. I've got the Sculpting Bronzer. Okay, that's the deepest one. And then I also have the deep bronzer. And that is in deep. Now, guys, one thing I've always said about the deep, guys, they call it deep, but that's really not deep enough to be considered deep. Not deep enough at all. I mean, I don't know what color scale they were going on when they considered this to be deep. But guys, I mean, I'm not super dark. And this has to be built up quite a bit to work for me. But the thing about it is, once it builds up though, it's quite worth it because it's so smooth on the application. The formula's amazing. I just wish they had more shades. Which brings me to this next one here, which is the sculpting bronzer. Now this one is deep, okay? This one is pretty deep, guys. Now, still, it could be deeper, okay, guys? It could still be deeper, but it is definitely deeper than the deep. Okay, deeper than the deep. But just by a little. If you see, guys, it is deeper than the deep. Just by a smidgen. But when you put it on your face, you can tell the difference. But I would say, guys, like, if you are like a chocolate beauty, I don't know what this will do for you. I don't know that this will really work because, I mean, guys, here it is right here. I mean, the struggle is still real with these shades. Like, when are these brands going to get a clue and realize, you know, our chocolate beauties need love too, okay? That's as deep as that's gonna go, guys, okay? So, yeah, while it is deeper than the deep, I mean, I still think they need to go a little bit deeper. I mean, if they think they're going to appeal to the mass consumer. But nonetheless, guys, I kept these in my collection. I still use them. They still smell like coconut. Yeah. It's a nice formula. Okay, guys, the next bronzer that I have here is by Lottie London. This is the Lottie London 10-Time Bronzer. Now, guys, this is in the shade Medium Dark. Now, guys, let me tell you about this bronzer. So, I had this bronzer once before. Absolutely love it. First of all, let's look at this shade, okay? This is a nice shade. This shade looks just like the Colored Rain shade I have, the Caramel Delight shade. It looks just like that. The formula is amazing. But what I love about this bronzer is it's super duper inexpensive. But let me tell you, I had this once before. I don't know what happened. I don't know if I dropped it. I don't know how careless I was, but it just shattered. It shattered. And my girl KK, she sent me a care package. And the thing about KK, when she sends you a care package, you don't really know what's in it. You really kind of don't know that you're going to get it until you get it, okay? I feel like she would have kept surprising me with sending me care packages had I not had, you know, Pookie and them always come and try to steal my packages off my porch. But she had to start alerting me because I had to start looking for the packages or I just won't get them. But that's another story for another day. But anywho, she included this bronzer in the care package, guys. And I'm telling you, when I saw this, I was through the moon. I was through the moon. Guys, I had used this so much. Guys, I've used it so much. It has stars on it. But you can't tell because I've been going at this one. I've been going at it. So, when I say I love being the lightest person among the homies, I do, guys, because I get everything that doesn't work for them, okay? So, yeah, but this is a nice formula. Now, I don't know what other shades it comes in because if this is the shade she got, KK originally got for herself, I'm assuming this is probably the deepest one. But it's not quite deep enough, guys. This will work for a medium to maybe a medium deep skin tone. Once you get past being caramel complected, this will not work for you. But still, this is a nice bronzer. Okay, guys, the next bronzer that I'm going to show you, I have used recently in one of my recent videos, and I absolutely loved it. It was my first time using it, and I love it. It's by Kylie. I've got the Kylie Jenner pressed bronzing powder. And this is in Tanned and Gorgeous. Guys, now, one thing I will say about this one. This one definitely has quite a bit of red in it. And while it doesn't look like it in the pan, guys, once I did apply it, it did. It looked like it had red in it. It did. It looked like it had red in it. Let me see if I can turn down the lights or something, guys, so that you can see that. Turn that way. But yes, guys, I mean, yeah, it's got quite a bit of red in it, guys. So for this one, I definitely will not be picking this up as much as some of the others that I absolutely love. But this was a nice formula. I enjoy using it. It was very easy to blend. Yeah, and I think I got this during one of those Ulta sales. You know, when Ulta have those sales and then Kylie stuff go half off. Yeah, I got it during this time. And I feel like this was the shade that fit me the best. She does have other shades. I don't know how much deeper her shades go than this one, but yeah, this is the closest one for me. And I like the formula. Not gonna lie, I like the formula. Will I use it again? Yes. Will I use it often? No. Okay, guys, the next bronzer that I have is by LYS. I've got the LYS No Limits Matte Bronzer. And this one is in the shade Courage. Now, guys, this is another good bronzer. Another good bronzer that I have been using like crazy. You see that, guys? I know you see that. I know you see that. Yes, I know you see that. I love this bronzer. But don't cry for your girl. Do not cry for your girl at all. Your girl Lily has a backup. Guys, listen. I feel like this is the perfect everything. It's got just the right amount of brown, just the right amount of cool, just a little hint of red. And guys, the application. Yeah, I love this application. I'm not going to lie, but I guess I don't have to tell you guys, my peeps, because you know that. Yeah, guys, that's nice. Now, I will say, now this is another black-owned brand. Why didn't I even include it with my Juvia's and my other two? This is a black-owned brand as well. You can find this in Sephora, okay? But yeah, as you see, I like this bronzer. There's nothing more to say. No more to say here. No more to see here. This is a nice bronzer. If you get it, you will not be disappointed. The formula's all that. Yeah. And when I'm done with this one and pull out my backup and I'm done with that one, I will repurchase this bronzer. Okay, guys, the next bronzer that I have here is by Wet n Wild. I've got the Wet n Wild Color Icon bronzer. And this one is in the shade What Shady Beaches. Now, guys, let me tell you about this bronzer. I brought this bronzer. I think I bought this bronzer maybe when it first came out. And I used it. And for some reason, I decluttered it because I was thinking it was too light for me. But obviously, it was user error because this is totally my shade. I repurchased it because they went on sale at Ulta. I think they went on sale for dirt cheap. So dirt cheap. I almost bought two, but then I knew that was just me hoarding because it was so cheap. So I just bought one. And guys, I do like this bronzer. Dare I say, I definitely like this more than the Milani. I like this more than the Milani. And I also like this more than a couple of my high-end ones, guys. This gives me a lot of bang for my buck. As you see, guys, well, I'm sorry, guys, you probably can't. It's kind of hard to swatch a bronzer. But, guys, this is a very nice shade for me, okay? It is quite warm. Quite warm, guys. There it is right there. It's quite warm. But it has a nice formula. I don't really have to tell you much about Wet n Wild because we already know Wet n Wild, they are a bomb.com brand. They've been around for years. Yeah, I don't have a problem with any of the things that I use from them, okay? I have a lot of throwback items that I will be keeping forever by Wet n Wild. And this bronzer is no different, guys. So, I will say this. They don't have many shades. I want to say this is the deepest one. And I could be wrong. Maybe it's not. Maybe they do have something deeper. But You know, it's drugstore. They're only going to have so many brands, you know. I mean, so many shades. It's not like it's a mass market or a Sephora where we're trying to cater to all the girls. You know, they cater to who they cater to. I mean, yeah. I got nothing. Okay, guys, and the next bronzer that I have is actually by Sephora. I've got the Sephora, bronzer face powder. And this one is in the shade Los Cabos. Now, guys, when you look at this, you would think this would not be my shade. You would think this is not going to bronze anything. But, guys, if I build it up just enough, and I build it up just right, and maybe if I build it up for days and days and days, I get a bronze out of it, guys. But let me just show you right quick. Okay, guys, so here it is right here. All right. And I know this seems like this won't work for me. I know it does. But, guys, trust me, this does turn out to be a bronzer. Honestly, it's more of a contour. So I would say this might be the middle shade in like that Kat Von D shade and light palette. It's about like that. But it does sculpt my face. I know it looks crazy. I know it looks like it won't. But believe it or not, guys, this does sculpt my face. And yeah, I mean, it might not stay around too much longer. I'm going to try and use it a couple more times just to see how I feel about it. Because I'm over that whole contoured look. I more so use bronzers contour. So yeah, but TBD, guys. TBD. Okay, guys, and my next bronzer is by NYX. I've got the NYX Matte Bronzer, okay? They kept it real simple with this one. The NYX Matte Bronzer. And this is in the shade Deep Tan. Guys, it's a nice bronzer. All right? Now, one thing I will say about this bronzer, guys, this is one of my best. Honestly, if I'm keeping it real, this is one of my best drugstore bronzers too, guys. And what I love is, I mean, they have a pretty nice selection for drugstore. They do, guys. They do. This is that bronzer right there. So as you see, this is definitely a warm bronzer. There is no red in that at all, guys. There is no red in that at all. Okay? So, I really do like this one. I feel like, do they still sell this bronzer? I'm not sure. I've had it for years, guys. For years. And yeah, I refuse to declutter it because, for one, it's a nice bronzer. And for two, I still use it. Okay, guys, the next bronzer that I have here is by LA Girl. I've got the LA Girl Matte Bronzer. And now this one is in the shade Sunset Glow. Now, guys, this was part of their Sunset collection. I don't know. I forget what it was called. Sun Kiss collection. It was a collection, okay? And I want to say it came out last year, if I'm not mistaken. It could have been a year before last. Who knows? Who knows with me? But, yes, this came with a highlighter, it came with a bronzer, and then it came with the palette. And I used this recently in my video. Guys, now, what I love is when you use these two together, you get the perfect bronze for my complexion. I find that I can use this shade right here just as a contour if I want a light contour for my nose, because you know your girl legally tends to overdo it. Or I can just use this shade if I want just a deeper contoured look on my cheeks. But, guys, this is a nice formula. Then again, LA Girl, they have nice products. This seems like there's a lot of product in here, too. Yeah, I mean, there's no more to say about this. If you want to know how it performs, I do believe I have a video of using that whole collection, the Sunkiss collection, recently. But yeah, I do like this one. I'm glad I have this one. Okay, guys, the next one that I'm going to show you is by Morphe. Of course, it's the Morphe Glamour Bronze. Okay, face and body bronzer. And I've got mine in the shade Big Shot. Now, guys, this bronzer, I love this bronzer. I really love this bronzer, guys. I do. Guys, now, I will tell you this. I don't have a bronzer in this exact color in any of my bronzers. Like in my collection, yeah, this is in a class by itself. While I could probably compare most of my bronzers to other bronzers in my collection, I can compare this to none. I love this shade. It's like brown meets terracotta meets cool. This is just a nice shade for me. I feel like I lucked up. I was going to get the shade Leader, but I think that might be a little too red. But guys, this is thebomb.com. I mean, it's not much more for me to say about this bronzer, except it's a nice bronzer. And of course, if you own a bronzer, you already know, okay, there's a gang of product in here. You're never going to run out, guys. You're never going to run out. And that's it right there. Guys, I don't know what to say about this one, except I love it. And yeah, I'm almost sure, don't they still sell this bronzer? I mean, they should. I mean, Morphe, if they want to stay relevant, one thing they won't take out of their collection, out of their rotation, is selling this bronzer. Because I went down this hill 1,000 times. Yeah. If they did palettes like they do bronzers, they'd be doing just fine. Just fine, guys. Just fine. Okay, guys, the next bronzer I have here is by One Size. I've got the One Size Made for Shade Bronze and Sculpt Trio. And this is the medium dark trio, guys. Okay. Now, guys, I just used this one recently, too, I want to say. Didn't I? Didn't I use this? I want to say I did. I'm not sure. But I think I did. Now, guys, even though this is kind of close to my my Glamour Bronze, my Morphe, it's still not the same, guys. It's still not the same. This one is the Glamour Bronze, of course, and then this one is the One Size. So while they do look very close, they do look close, guys. They look close. Believe me, there's still a slight difference between this and these, even if you judge them all together. But what I will say is when it comes to One Size and their formula, when it comes to like their blushes, bronzers, things like that, I mean, they are unmatched, okay? They are unmatched. I love the way that this applies to my face. It didn't take much building up. I didn't have bronzer helmet. I was able to just, you know, blend it out the top of my forehead real nicely. Yeah, I like everything about this bronzer, guys. I love everything about this bronzer. Okay, guys, we are coming up on home stretch. We only have a few bronzers left. So the next ones I'm going to show you guys are from BH Cosmetics. I've got the BH Cosmetics Brilliance Bronzer. And I have them in the shade Cocoa Cutie and the shade Bronze Babe. Now, guys, I did do a little bit of research after doing my oldest makeup video just to see if you all can purchase this. And you can. I think they might have it on Amazon. Few people got it on Mercari. You can get it in places like that, but you will not get it on the BH Cosmetics site because they just don't have it anymore, guys. They just don't have it anymore. But I did get both shades because they are quite different. So now this one is Cocoa Cutie, okay? And then this one is Bronze Babe. So you see, guys, this definitely has more warmth in it. A little bit more red. This one is definitely a little more neutral. Because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Tati, she used this in her video and she used the Cocoa Cutie and it looked great on her. Probably because it has that cool tone factor to it. That would look so great on my fair tone beauties. But this one, this is my jam, honey. This gives me the warmth I'm looking for. I love this one. I love it a lot. And don't get me wrong, guys. While I'm glad to have both, I'm absolutely glad to have both. I will love them forever and ever, amen. Definitely Bronze Babe is my fave. But if I'm going on a night on the town, I would use Cocoa Cutie. Yeah. So I've got these. Okay, guys, I only have 3 other brands to show you. And we'll be all done. So the first set of bronzers I have here are all by Marc Jacobs. I've got the Marc Jacobs Omega Bronze bronzer. And I have got them in the shade Tantalize tantric, and tantastic. Guys, now hear me out, guys. Hear me out. Hear me out. So I believe the very first one they came out with, I want to say it was Tantastic. Am I right? Let me look. I think Tantastic was the very first one. Let me open it up and see. I'm not sure. I do know the very first one they came out with was Too Light for Everybody. Okay, it was Too Light for Everybody. Okay, maybe not everybody, but guys, this was the first one they came out with. This is Tantastic. Now, while it does bronze. Guys, believe it or not, it bronzes me up. It bronzes me up. And I want to say, I use somebody who is like my shade for a color reference when doing this. I want to say, don't make me tell a story on that girl. I want to say Alicia, you know, aka Kinky Sweat. I want to say she has a couple of them or all three, or maybe she had this one before. All I know is I compare myself to someone else and I ended up getting Tantastic. Okay, that's all I know. That's all I know. And the good news is it works out for me. But it works out for me sort of like the Hoola. Okay, this is what this reminds me of, the Hoola bronzer. And anybody who knows about the Hoola bronzer is, while it does work for our lighter beauties, it does work for medium. Once you start going on to the deep end of the medium, deep, and deep, yeah, those are not going to work. You have to then go to maybe the caramel and the toasted for, is it Benefit? Yeah, that's sort of like what we have going on here. That's sort of like what we have going on here, but not. So I would say the Tantastic is closer to like, for my really fair beauties, I would say the Tantric, which is this one. This is more so, you know, for my medium beauties. Maybe medium dark if you want to know makeup look. And I would say the deepest one of them all, guys, and I'm sure it is the Tantalize. And let me tell you why I think the Tantalize is the darkest one, the deepest one, because I've been running at this one, guys. I've been running this one into the ground. So let me just see. I want to compare the three for you guys really quickly. So this is the Tantalize. Let me go back some. So this is the Tantalize. This is the Tantastic. As you can see, guys, this is a little deeper. Now this is the Tantalize, and this is the Tantric. So I would say this is like the middle of the road. So this is deeper than Tantastic, but definitely a little bit, just a hair lighter than Tantalize. So I will tell you this. If you are my complexion, all of these will work for you guys. Every single one of these will work for you. There is not one of these three that will not work for you. But I will say if you're a little bit deeper, you know which one. Go with the Tantalize. Now, I do know for a fact that they have these all over Amazon. Now, if you want to pay $59, go ahead and be my guest, because when I did a price check, that's what it costed on Amazon. You might can find it on Mercari, or you might be able to find it on, I don't know, Depop, Poshmark. I'm sure there's somebody selling these Marc Jacob bronzers right now for like an 80% markup. I'm certain of it, guys. I'm certain of it because, of course, you know, his brand is being discontinued. But, I mean, I'm glad I have them. And, guys, as long as I've had these, they still smell like coconut, okay? Yeah, or like a vacation. They smell good. They remind me of the same scent as the Physicians Butter Bronzer. That's what they smell like. But, yeah, all three of them. I'm keeping all three of them in my collection. I will be using all three of them faithfully. And I feel like they'll last forever. The pan size is huge. I feel like I'll never run out. Okay, guys. And this next one that I have for you here is by Viseart. I've got the big Viseart bronzer. And this one is in Bronze Noisette. Is that what it is? Noisette. Okay. Guys, do you know I have yet to use this bronzer? I'm going to tell you how I got this bronzer, too. I got this bronzer in a boxy. I want to say, was it my boxy premium or boxy luxe? But guys, look at this shade. Now, this shade, it looks like it's close to the Morphe Glamour Bronze. It looks like it's close to that one. It even looks just a little close to the one size, but this is a little bit more neutral than the one size. I can tell you that now, guys. I can tell you that now. It's actually a little more neutral even than the Morphe. But guys, I'm dying to use it though. I'm dying to use it. So I've been saving it. I suppose I'm going to use this probably maybe my next luxury full face or something like that, or using luxury products, something like that. I think I've been saving it for that. But guys, I can't wait to use it. And I'll be definitely glad to come back and report. Okay, guys, I have another blast from the past here. Yeah, it's by Too Faced. I've got the Too Faced Pineapple Paradise Strobe and Bronzer in Pineapple Sun. Guys, you know this is a throwback, okay? The Fruits collection, that is years old, okay? That is from forever ago, okay? That was well before Jared told us that rich lives mattered, honey. Well before that, okay? So, well before that, all right? I'm putting that out there. But guys, here's what this looks like, okay? You know, it's got the, I want to say, is that a highlight? And then that's the bronzer. And guys, let me show it to you like this so you can kind of see. This is a very nice shade for me. Now, I don't remember them having, that's one thing about Too Faced. They're not going to go super deep. You're just not going to get that from them. Just like we got lucky to get that Spritz palette with that all them colors in it and looking nice and springy. We were lucky not to get another warm tone palette. You will be lucky. We will do well if they can make something that goes good for a medium deep skin tone. I mean, I'm just saying, guys. I'm just saying. But this goes for my skin tone just fine. So I have it. Guys, I'll tell you this too. I have a backup of this. Don't ask me why. It's just the Lily in me. When something goes on sale for the cheap, I feel like I need to get a backup. Guys, and if you all remember all the rave, what was about this, about that little pineapple right there. Did you remember they got that little pineapple right there on the mirror? Yeah, this was a cute little collection, guys. It was a real cute collection. So, yes, I have this. Okay, guys, finally, we have reached the last bronzer. And then you guys, my peeps who follow me for any period of time, already know which one it is because I have yet to show it. It's by Gucci. I've got the Gucci bronzing powder. And this one is in the shade 04. Guys. And yes, I still have the box. And let me show you why. Okay? First, let me wipe my hands down real quickly. Make them real nice and clean. Because I don't want any problems. Yes, this is just a box. But yeah, inside that box, you will find a Gucci dust bag. Guys, like, why is it not showing? Okay, come closer, Lily. In the box, you will find the Gucci dust bag, okay? And in the Gucci dust bag, you'll find a super cute compact that says Gucci. Look at the presentation, guys. Look at the presentation. And then once you open it up, you will find the Gucci bronzer, guys. First of all, I feel like all this light I did not even need, child. You doing too much, okay? Guys, this is really nice. This is a really nice bronzer, guys. I don't know what else to say about this one except it applies very smoothly, just like Gucci would. It's not too warm, not too cool. It's just right. Yeah, I love everything about this bronzer. This was most definitely a splurge purchase. And now, will I say that you absolutely positively need this bronzer? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not, guys. Absolutely not. But what I will say is if you love luxury and you like pampering yourself and you want a very positive experience when you're doing your makeup, all I'm saying is this most definitely would not be a bad bronzer to purchase if you're so inclined to do so. So there you have it, guys. My very quaint, cozy, modest, and minimal. I can't even say that with a straight face. So there you have it, guys. My very quaint, modest, minimal, cozy bronzer collection. So more videos to come, guys. I do still have a favorites video coming up for you guys, my peeps. So look for that. And yeah, I'm also dying to do my June haul video if my other deliveries will hurry up and come. So look for that. So I really want to thank you guys for hanging out with me today while I showed you my bronzer collection. And yeah, I always love connecting with you guys, my peeps, every chance I get. Every chance I get. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. It only gets greater later, guys. Only gets greater later. So until next time, guys, stay real, stay positive, stay up, and damn it, you better watch, fight, and pray.